American Architectural Review is a national platform where science and art meet, where the issues facing builders and consumers take center stage, where the spotlight seeks out and shines on the creators and innovators. This editorial series, featured on national television, singles out architectural achievements from tools to technique, from form to function. ProCoat Products Incorporated was handpicked as a featured guest because of its commitment to promoting progress in the world of architecture.
When you first walk into an office, you may not notice it right away, but the overhead ceiling panels can often be discolored, even damaged from years of wear and tear. Construction managers say that apart from the cost, it can be one of the most disruptive renovation projects a building can undergo.
What it really means is that it can't be done in the operation hours of the facility. There are people that have to have access to the restrooms, up and down hallways to gain access to different parts of the building. Other than replacement, there's very few options. One of them would be chemical cleaning. Another option would be to apply a commercial grade paint. Total replacement. Number one is very expensive. Cleaning is extremely marginal. It's not worth the effort. Painting, unfortunately, it sounds good. Most people think in terms of painting. But when that happens, there goes your Class A fire rating. There goes your acoustic value.
We just completed a major remodel of the office. We put in new flooring, new wall covering. We took a look at the ceilings and decided that something needed to be done there also.
When Betty Polite decided to move forward with the project, she opted not to go with the traditional methods. Instead, she chose a pigmented acoustical coating, which can be sprayed directly onto the ceiling panels.
The procedure includes protecting against that spray dust. It started at the top of the wall, put your masking materials up there, hang plastic sheeting down over the wall, and that covers anything that's mounted against the wall at the same time. Extends out onto the floor. Spray adhesive is used to bond the two pieces together where they overlap. When that procedure is complete, the only thing that is exposed is the ceiling surface itself, which is going to be coated. Once the coating is done, you pull it down, carry out the masking materials, and it's business as usual.
This type of technique is not only limited to private building owners. Government agencies who own most of the commercial real estate in the country and who commit millions of tax dollars to renovations may also find this method applicable.
Well, when you talk about challenge in government agencies, it's probably the human element to resist change. Every decision maker tends to want to do things like they've always done them. And unfortunately, in federal, local, and state agencies, they most frequently don't have a mechanism for accepting a new alternative. Everything's set up to do what they've always been doing. And it leaves us frustrated as to how to get in there when the doors haven't been built yet to let us in.
I've personally seen an application, a job that was well over 100,000 square feet, and they opted to replace rather than chemical clean or to paint. They weren't aware of the option of acoustical ceiling restoration at that time. So there's 100,000 square feet that just went in a landfill.
We save a lot of time in just restoring the tiles rather than replacing them. The money, we're looking at a third of the cost.
Over time, the components of a building will begin to deteriorate, demanding attention. As renovation techniques improve, they may help decision makers use their construction resources more effectively.
ProCoat ceiling restoration is the best product I've ever used. I've never had a failure, never a complaint with the end results. It works. It works every time.
Well, we started in 1983, and when we began, there was no such thing as ceiling restoration. This was our concept, our idea of coming up with an acoustical coating that did not do the damage that paint did. From that evolved an industry, and we're pleased to be a major player in that industry. Today, our products are being used in Korea, Australia, Europe, South America, as well as the United States and Canada. ProCoat is a registered trademark around the world, and we're pleased to be the Scotch tape of the industry, and we hope to continue in that role.
Once again, American Architectural Review extends a special thanks to the companies and organizations that have risen to meet the challenges of today's architectural industry. This has been a presentation of WJMK,